In 1957, Chevrolet squeezed 283 horsepower from 283 cubic inches, a milestone no mass-produced American engine had ever hit. Only about 1,700 left the factory with fuel injection. 1 year later, the design was dead, yet the 1957 Bel Air became the most recognized car of the entire decade. How one model year outlasted the era that made it starts not with Chevrolet, but with the country that needed it. By 1955, the Servicemen's Readjustment Act had backed 4.3 million home loans, driving a historic migration from cramped cities to new suburban developments like Levittown. Returning veterans bought homes, started families, and quickly needed a way to bridge the distance between these new residential rings and city centers. Mobility became a necessity, and then a lifestyle. On June 29, 1956, President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the Federal Aid Highway Act, launching 40,000 miles of interstate highway. This concrete network reshaped American travel, prompting the rapid rise of roadside businesses. More than 4,000 drive-in theaters and thousands of car-hop restaurants opened as new social hubs. For the rising generation of teenagers, fueled by rock and roll radio, the automobile was no longer just a tool for transportation. It was a private living room, a badge of personal freedom, and a clear indicator of social status. General Motors possessed the industrial scale to answer this shifting American appetite. In 1955, General Motors sat as the world's largest corporation, generating $9.8 billion in revenue and over $1 billion in net profit. This financial dominance gave its styling studios unmatched resources. That same year, Chevrolet captured the top sales spot from Ford, building 1.83 million cars. This production volume launched the legendary 3-year sequence known as the Tri-5 era. Using a shared body platform from 1955 through 1957, Chevrolet executed a deliberate year-by-year design evolution. The sequence began with the clean, minimalist lines of the 1955 models, progressed to a sharper, more defined look in 1956, and culminated in the highly refined 1957 design. This steady styling progression turned a volume production platform into an enduring symbol of mid-century design. General Motors design. Chief Harley Earl drove the styling of the 1957 model, drawing on a legacy of aviation-inspired design. In 1939, Earl had taken his team to Selfridge Field to examine the twin-tailed Lockheed P-38 Lightning fighter jet. That visit directly inspired the first production tailfins on the 1948 Cadillac, launching an industry-wide design movement. While competitors like Chrysler's Virgil Exner pushed fins to towering extremes, Earl chose restraint for the 1957 Chevrolet. He approved a subtle, integrated fin that tapered gracefully along the rear quarter panels, offering mainstream buyers modern styling without polarizing excess. This deliberate space-age theme continued at the front. Earl approved a wide chrome grille designed to mimic a jet intake, paired with twin rocket-shaped hood ornaments. Every detail was planned in the styling studios to capture the technological optimism of the era, creating a machine that looked in motion even when parked. In the showroom, Chevrolet translated this modern styling into a highly visible ladder of consumer aspiration. Buyers selected from 3 distinct trim levels: the entry-level 150, the mid-tier 210, and the premium Bel Air. While all 3 models shared the same fundamental chassis, the differences lay in the strategic distribution of exterior chrome, upgraded upholstery, and specialized badging. Chevrolet expanded its options to include 16 solid colors and 14 two-tone combinations. Showrooms displayed signature pairings like India Ivory over Larkspur Blue, Coronado Yellow over Onyx Black, and Colonial Cream over Adobe Beige. On the top-tier Bel Air, a double chrome side strip framed a unique ribbed aluminum panel on the rear fin, signaling its status on the road. Inside, plush-patterned fabrics and a deluxe instrument cluster provided premium comfort. This deliberate escalation of visual details transformed the Bel Air from a basic utility machine into an attainable symbol of mid-century luxury, placing premium design within reach of the middle class. For the 1955 model year, Chevrolet introduced its first modern overhead valve V8, a compact 265 cubic inch engine designed to replace the brand's aging power plants. Chief Engineer Ed Cole and Engine Development Manager Harry Barr prioritized architectural simplicity. By integrating casting components and streamlining the valvetrain, They created an engine with fewer parts, which simplified routine maintenance and significantly reduced factory production costs. This lightweight block ran cooler, weighed less, and responded far quicker than the division's heavy, long-serving inline-six. For the 1957 passenger car lineup, engineers enlarged the engine's displacement to 283 cubic inches by widening the cylinder bore. This modification maintained the compact external dimensions of the block while increasing structural efficiency and torque. Rather than restricting this high-revving performance to low-volume sports cars, Chevrolet integrated it directly into assembly line family vehicles. This mechanical innovation established that the premium Bel Air coupled its bold styling with genuine mechanical capability, powered by a robust, efficient engine engineered specifically for the high-speed demands of the growing American highway system. The peak of this engineering leap arrived with the optional Rochester Ramjet mechanical fuel injection system. Bolted to the 283 cubic inch V8, the system generated exactly 283 horsepower. This achievement secured a historic first, making the 1957 Chevrolet the first mass-produced American car to reach 1 horsepower per cubic inch. Yet, the advanced technology remained exceptionally rare. Mainstream buyers found the fuel injection system both unfamiliar and expensive, limiting total factory production to roughly 1,700 fuelis across the passenger car line. For street enthusiasts seeking reliable power, Chevrolet offered a potent alternative, the dual quad package. Featuring 2 4-barrel carburetors and a high-lift camshaft, this option produced a fierce 270 horsepower. Because it cost about half the price of the complex Ramjet system, the dual quad became the enthusiast's compromise of choice. Together, the Fuelie and the dual quad models established Chevrolet's racing credentials. These high-output options turned the Bel Air from a stylish suburban cruiser into a street legend, securing its place as the defining performance car of its generation. In the autumn of 1957, Chevrolet abandoned the Tri-5 platform for a completely redesigned 1958 lineup. The new body arrived heavier and far more ornate, covered in complex trim that contemporary reviewers quickly criticized as bloated and overwrought next to the balanced 1957 model. The Tri-5 sequence ended permanently after only 3 model years, leaving a strictly finite population of the older cars on American roads. This sudden styling departure halted the visual evolution, freezing the 1957 Bel Air in public memory as the absolute peak of Chevrolet's golden era design. The 1957 Bel Air survived in American culture because the machine beneath its sheet metal lived on. In 1973, George Lucas's film American Graffiti catalyzed a massive wave of mid-century nostalgia, followed by Grease in 1978, cementing the '57 Chevy as the definitive visual shorthand for the decade. Yet, this enduring legacy was equally driven by its mechanical DNA. The original 283 cubic inch block served as the direct architectural ancestor for legendary small block descendants like the high-revving 302, the versatile 327, and the workhorse 350. Spanning over 4 decades of continuous production, this engine family became one of the most widespread V8 lineages in automotive history. The Bel Air became immortal on the silver screen, but it stayed on the road because its engineering lineage refused to die. Today, modern cars favor uniform efficiency, yet the '57 Bel Air remains a rolling monument to pure optimism. It is the physical soul of an era we still chase. What does this icon mean to you? Share your thoughts below.